demonstrate hip airplanes. So we are working controlled movement of your pelvis on your femur, so on your thigh bone here. So we are working on moving into internal and then external rotation, so using our glutes to control this motion. So we're going to start with a easier step, and then we'll progress to a true hip airplane. So first, I need you to have something to hold on to. So a chair works great, a countertop, whatever you have. You're going to be in kind of a staggered stance. So here I have my left foot planted, so I've got my tripod foot, heel, big toe, pinky toe, all in contact with the floor. I've got my back toe just kind of touching the ground for a little bit of extra support here. I want you to then hinge from your hips, so think of sending your butt back behind you, and you're going to kind of scoop your abs a little bit. Think of kind of drawing your lower belly inwards. That's just going to keep your abs engaged here, help you keep that hinge in your spine. So from here, you've got support here, support from that back toe. You are going to bring your opposite knee down. Think of moving into internal rotation of this hip. You should feel some lengthening here. And then you're going to use this hip pelvis to rotate out and away, okay? Don't let this knee dive in. We're keeping everything in alignment here. So really you're just working this hip and pelvis. Internal rotation, external rotation. Again, keeping that good hinge, keeping those abs. Try not to let your lower back arch as you're moving down. So think of bringing that knee down towards that opposite ankle, and then up and away. Really feeling this hip pelvis doing all the work here. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like from the front. So I don't have support here, but you're dipping down and then rotating away. Notice how my knee doesn't dive in. I'm keeping my arch maintained there. Okay, you're going to do this on both sides. Then if that feels easy, you can take away support. So you can do this without anything, and you can lift that back leg. So here now I've got my hands on my hips to kind of feel and make sure that I'm doing this right. I've got my foot arch maintained, tripod foot, as I dip down and rotate away. Again, not letting that knee dive inwards too much. We really want the motion to be coming from the hip and pelvis. So this is pretty advanced. So if you need support, I want you to use support. I'd rather you do it with good form than be all over the place here, not able to maintain proper form, because we really want to feel these outer glutes working to move your pelvis there. So that is a more challenging variation. Something that you can also do as kind of a midway is lean on something. So a counter works a little bit better. It's a little bit more sturdy than a chair. But then you can bring one leg behind you, just like we were just doing. And here you can do that same thing, kind of rotating open and then dropping that hip down, not letting that knee dive in, always working this stance leg. Okay, our pelvis is controlling that motion. So this is another way that you can do it. If you're ready to take away support, but maybe not ready for the full balance, you could try it like that by lifting your back leg. But find what works for you. You should be feeling it in these outer glutes really controlling the pelvis. But this is a great one for runners specifically, but really for anyone. And it's a good way to just work on controlling that pelvis motion.